Well, hello everybody. So we are heading off, and I've got my buddy James with me here today.
Yo.
We are actually doing legitimate training today for him to get licensed for his own wildlife operator's permit. So we are heading out to an area called Anacortes. Anacortes is a really nice peninsula area of Washington, right on the water. No surprise, because this guy called about an otter problem getting under his house. So I know nothing about the property. We're just heading our way out there right now. I get a question a lot of times from people on what do you do about otters? Well, there's a couple different options I can do. I offer both trapping and non-trapping options, which I don't want to catch and kill something if I don't have to, but that's how the state rules read. If I catch something under a nuisance pretext, I can do one of two things. I can take it away and have it euthanized, or I can release it on the property it was caught. I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's how the rules are. They basically make it so you have to take it away and dispose of it. Relocation is not allowed in Washington state. They will occasionally do it for beavers, but it's so cost prohibitive. It's about $1,000 to move one animal. And that's if you can find the right spot at the right time of year with the right property. I can get into all that later. So anyway, we're heading off to go take a look at this house. It's about a 40-minute drive, so we'll check in with you guys there. Alright, so we're here at the house. It looks like it could be either otters or raccoons. My initial assessment is going to say otters, but we'll find out more as we go. One thing I wanted to show you guys real quick here is right here. Oops, wrong one. Is
Urgent.
if you can see better right here, there are two black streaks right on the top of that wood. I know the camera probably doesn't pick it up that well, but this is a trail of them crawling through the yard, climbing right on top of the hot tub. I'm looking right on top of the hot tub. You can see they're playing all over the top of that thing. So what I'm trying to figure out is now, how are they getting underneath the house? And that's part of the experience we're trying to find out here. They could be climbing under fences, probably coming through the bamboo here. But we're going to keep walking and see what else we find. I'll let you guys know what we do find. So here's something else I wanted to show you guys. Look down between the stairs here. Hello? Well, you can look down here. They're getting underneath the stairway. Then they're getting underneath the actual house itself. So I've seen what I can see from the outside. I'm not going under. This is the crawl space access. We're looking at about 3 to 4 feet of clearance on this side, but it gets tighter the farther back we go. So let's go. Head first every time.
Go ahead.
All right, so we are underneath the house at this point, and looking around, we have plenty of activity underneath here. You can see some of this right here. This is pipe insulation from their water lines. It has just been annihilated, just absolutely destroyed. You can just look. All of this is done by animals underneath the house.
It's gonna get bumpy a little, folks.
Yeah, we're working our way through here. So, as of right now, we don't see anything alive. I mean, look at that. That insulation is just ripped apart.
Yep, something's playing down here.
So, as of right now, I don't see anything alive. But, that can change in a heartbeat around here. Come on, let's keep looking. This is right underneath the front door. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
This is a freaking walkway. Look at that. Can you see that?
That is a pesky superhighway right there.
Look at that. You can tell they're constantly using it. Look how clean this thing is beaten. They're coming in and out of here regularly. Whether it be otters, raccoons, or possums, it doesn't matter at this point. Everybody's coming through here. We'll have to figure out a way to get this secured. I think we can get this done. Yeah, we can we can close this off, no problem. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Okay, take a measurement here real quick. Hold that straight up, please.
Sure.
Because that gives a little bit of ambient light.
Yep.
All right, so we're looking at...
I'm still rolling.
That's fine. So we're looking at a piece of wood on the outside here. About, we'll say, 31 by
36 probably.
We're going to say 31 by 29. So we'll need to make a note of that. We'll get this sealed off. Oh, something smells.
Yep.
Woo.
Sure does.
Oh, I just got a nice big whiff of something. Hang on. That is a potent smell. It smells like urine.
Yep. I've been smelling it since we got down here.
Okay.
At first I thought it was the, you know what, I'm going to cut this.
Well, there's definitely signs of rats down here. I think my light's washing it out. But you can actually see there's a dead one right there. You can get that shot.
Oh, isn't that appetizing?
Delicious. Put in the stew. I'm looking
Nom.
at more while keeping a weather eye out for the otters. So far, no eyeballs. I'm looking right here. This is our main access point.
Oh yeah. It does look dug out, doesn't it?
Here, hand the camera. Here.
Yeah, I don't have...
Yeah, don't turn it off just yet. Let me get up here with this. All right, now comes the fun part. You get to hang out with me for a minute.
Sorry, guys.
So, you can see back there, more area to check out, but I want to secure the rest of the place here first. What I'm looking at is right here. This is where they're coming in. They've dug their way right underneath this part of the deck on the outside. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt to secure, but we'll do it. But this is how they're getting in. They're dipping right underneath here. So we'll need to come up with a plan on the outside to get them out, which probably will be around that hot tub I showed you guys earlier. So this is where the fun begins. So we're going to get out of here, talk to the customer, see what we can figure out as a plan. So check this out. You want to know how savage these animals can be? Look at that. That is the remains of a rabbit. That's what these otters will do. They will find it, eat it, and it looks like the rats have been chewing on what's left. And then there's otter scat.
Well, that confirms it then.
Oh, I heard something. James, start backing out now. I might have been from outside, but I'm not going to risk it. Oh, that's a wire. Ah. Ow. Oh, I'm stuck. What am I stuck on? Ah. All right, we're getting out of here. Whew. Okay, so I got the pictures I needed. Now, when it comes to being in tight spaces like that, I did something not quite smart. I didn't go down there with any kind of protective gear. That was my fault. So what we heard something running around just outside that access point. Now, otters can get about 20 to 25 pounds on average, and they are nothing more than small water tigers. Needle teeth, bodies full of muscle. They're not something you want to be caught in a tight space with. So I wanted James to get out first. I'm wearing a heavier jacket. If I needed to, I could have wrestled with them for a minute, but we didn't have to. We got out okay. So get your heart going though.
Thump, 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 thump. Down here, John. What about under the...
Good eye. Nothing there. The edge of the hot tub. tub right there.
Hmm.
So they're coming in from up there, getting under, coming in from over here, and getting under. So let's take a look on this side up here.
What about outside, out of this gate?
That's what I guess I say. Let's get on this side of the fence.
You're good.
So, I think I found the main point of where they're getting under the deck. Like right here.
Oh yeah, you can see the old deck.
Looks like they had an old deck here at one point. And you can see the back wall.
Can you? Right up against the house?
Yep. Alright. And right over there. Right where they're digging in.
Is that our access point then?
That's our access point, is right down inside there. See if I can't get you guys in nice and low. Let me try different. Oh, there you go. If you want to take the camera, you can get a better shot. Okay, there we go. You can see all the way back inside there. That's right where they're getting in underneath. Because that's the back part of the house where we looked at that burrow spot coming in underneath. Now this is fairly common with these kind of structures, because what they did here, this is just a skirted wall. This is actually not part of the foundation. They did not dig under the foundation, but just past the skirting. So that's pretty common for guys like this to get inside of there. You can see clear access one way or the other under that deck. So we're gonna go come up with a plan and get this house secure. We just finished talking with the customer and we have a plan of what we're gonna do. So these animals are getting in through a couple different points around the house. We're going to try putting this trap in particular but behind that hot tub where we saw those footprints of them climbing through the fencing. The other thing we're going to do is then later, once we get the animals out and gone, we're going to secure underside of the stairs and underside and the inside of the crawl space, in order to make sure that they have to make sure the stuff is buried deep enough that they can't get back underneath it. Because that's the hard part when you're dealing with an animal that can be over 20 pounds. So that's our plan. We're also going to talk about later doing a clean out of the crawl space. We'll probably have another video of that later. But for now, I gotta get these reset. But for now, we're just going to try to see what we catch. Now otters are fairly... I seem to have a little bit of trouble getting otters quickly. They tend to be a fairly skittish animal and tend to be fairly suspicious of new products in the area. The term usually is what's called neophobic. Honestly, with otters, I'm okay. That just smarts. Well, it definitely works. Honestly, it more startles me than anything. What was I saying?
Neophobic.
Neophobic, that's right. Just because otters are neophobic, they tend to be difficult to get one caught quickly. At least that's always been my experience with them. And of course, I'm working with what I got ever since my lure bucket got stolen. I told you guys about that earlier. So, making do with what we got. I got some plans. I got some ideas. I'll try this. We're going to try to make this as a walk-through trap. Because as you can see, this trap is open on both sides. It's a double door trap. This particular one is actually the Comstock beaver trap. Yes, Jim, I'm giving you a shout out. Jim Comstock is the guy who makes these. No, he's not paying for me to do this. I say it because these are my favorite traps. So we're going to try this, putting it over the access point and seeing if I can find something to make it like an L. So that way, the fencing right here, the trap is here, we put something on the end here in order so they can only run in this way. Or one way or the other, just put it all around. So we'll try that. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of scent in here just to make something curious. There's a chance I'll catch a raccoon, chance I'll catch a possum, maybe even a cat. I don't know. They said they have all these things all over this property. And the last thing I want to catch is a cat. So, okay, so this trap is set. Let's go walk over and see if we can get set up. So I finished talking with the customer, getting the cage set up here. So you can see I got the cage set up on this side of the house here. This is right where the hot tub comes in. And you can see this is a double door trap, so they can come through the trap itself in order to get into that part of the underneath the hot tub. As you can see, they were playing on top of it. So if I have it zip tied in here, it's because I don't want to do anything to damage the bamboo. It's a really nice setup here that they have. So where's my balance here? Oh, there's all the rain. When you're out here working with wildlife, you tend to become hypersensitive to different sounds and noises just because you don't know if it's something coming up behind you, which does happen. So, got this set. I'm going to go find James here, and we should be all set to wrap up. Okay, so everything's all set and done. Traps are set. We got the inspection started. I just didn't want to go too much further with the risk of, if there was an animal down there, you don't want to be between it and its way out. So once we get something caught or get something out of here, then I'll be able to go back down there, finish up my inspection. We actually get this house completely fixed and sealed. So we're all done for today. Just remember, don't do what I would do, do it better. Peace.